Hi guys, today I'm talking all about baked potatoes. I'm going to show you how I do it, okay? Okay, so welcome to my kitchen. Um, so this is something that I do like once a month. It can be a dinner option, obviously, for baked potatoes, but we also use it a lot for breakfast. So I'll bake all these potatoes. I'll bake enough for dinner if we're having them for dinner, and then whichever ones we have left over, I keep them in the foil after they've cooled, and I put them in a container in the fridge, and they'll last like a whole week. And so then the next morning when I'm wanting breakfast, I can pull out a baked potato and I cut it up, and then I can just put it in the pan and heat it up and get it a little crispy on either side. And then it's like turns into cottage potatoes or breakfast potatoes, and it's super yummy to serve with scrambled eggs. You could also do that and put it in breakfast burritos, which we love. It's a quick, easy way to have potatoes in the morning and not have to spend all the time cooking them. Because if you've ever tried to make hash browns, wow, it takes such a long time. I used to do that and it was just like a nightmare. It took so long, and you're hungry and ready to eat. And so I found that if I bake them first and then just heat them up um, in the morning, then it works really well. So I'm going to show you what I do. This is so fun, guys. Okay, so first I get foil, and I usually do an assembly line type thing, and I lay out like 10 pieces of foil, however many potatoes I have. But today I'm just going to do a demo of one for you. And usually I buy russet potatoes from the store. They're like the cheapest potatoes you can buy. And I know a lot of people don't eat potatoes, so if that's you, I'm sorry. But, if you ever do want baked potatoes, this is a great way to do it. Okay, so did I say that my husband taught me how to do this, guys? My husband taught me how to do this when we first got married, so it's super fun that I learned it from him. Anyways, so I get my potatoes out of the bag. I wash them all, really. I scrub them. And then if there's any eyes or something, usually I'll just pop those off. And obviously if there's a bad spot, like this one here has a little soft spot on it. So if I'm just making these for my family, then I will literally just cut out the bad spot and make sure there's no dark spot showing. I mean, sometimes they're really bad and you just have to throw them out. But if I can salvage it, I will. So I'm almost got all, see, this one had a really bad spot, but anyway, so I'll just cut it out, and then I'll still bake it as I do all the other potatoes. So I just cut out the bad spot. It was a pretty big spot, but I'll still prep this just as I do all the other potatoes, and we can eat it because I cut out the bad part. So anyway, so that's what I do to prep the potatoes, and I do dry them just because I think it makes the skin a little crispier, a little, I guess it's crispier. Anyways, so the first thing I do to all the potatoes, I usually do everything at the same time. So I'll lay out all my potatoes, and then I'll take a fork, and I just prick several holes, not that many, like 5 or 6 times around the potato, okay? Then I put oil straight on, I use olive oil. I put it straight on the foil, just a little bit, like a little bit more than a quarter size. Okay, so then, actually that's probably too much, like a dime or something. You don't need much at all. Actually, I'm gonna set up a few other pieces of foil because I have so much oil that I need to, okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and prick a few more real quick, and then I'm gonna show you how I just use olive oil and salt. And then I put them in the oven. It takes 45 minutes for them to bake, and I cook them at 425 degrees. So I've already preheated my oven, and I'm making these for our breakfast. We're not going to have these for dinner tonight, but I'm making them so I'll have them all week for breakfast options. So I literally just put the olive oil all around them. Now, this can get tricky because then both hands are, full of olive oil, but so I literally just cover them all in olive oil, and then I dry my hands. I usually wash my hands, but okay, and then I just sprinkle salt on them. And I mean, it tastes really good if you use a lot of salt, but I try to limit the amount of salt that I use just because want us to be eating a lot of salt. So anyway, so I cover them all like this. And then, wipe my hands again from the salt. Okay, and then I just literally fold them up like this. And I put them on a 17 by 12 inch sheet pan. And I sometimes will put like a liner or a Silpat or parchment paper or something, but for these potatoes, I don't need to do that because they're wrapped in the foil and they rarely ever leak out, I've found. So anyways, then I just do that, and sometimes I like to roll them like this, like you know how they do at Subway, just to give myself some entertainment, I guess. Anyways, okay, so I roll the potatoes up like this, and literally I just put them all in the sheet pan, put them in the oven for 45 minutes, and it's done. Okay, I hope you guys try it. It's a really easy thing that you can do that makes your breakfast so yummy and also can be a dinner option. Okay, bye guys.